injured here. 2v2 Medean Cliff Mines, blue team. It's RabidRabbit as a Lord General, very good defense and support, fights range combat, has his retinue to help him out, which you can add to throughout the game. Starts off with 2 stormtroopers. Alongside, Templar Ghost is an Apothecary support commander that fights melee by default. Starts off with a target heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Red team, Thomas the Tank Engine is a Kommando Nob, infiltrating commander that can shoot you, stab you and blow you up Orky style. And rounding us off, it's Cyris or Cyris as a Ravener Alpha, very good mobility, can build tunnels, also some good offense. Starts off range combat but can get melee weapons kicking off mid straight away. Shooters trying to get a stormtrooper off this retinue of the Lord General, and they do. Lord General's actually quite difficult to commander to take down because his retinue will always die first, and they have died. Sluggers, I think, finishing off the other model, but he does retreat in time. He's very useful for tying up range squads early on in melee with his decent durability. Sentinel forcing off the Kommando Nob who infiltrates. Sentinel gets close enough to spot him though and start shooting. Double Sentinels from RabidRabbit. These are tier 1 vehicles that can decap points but cannot cap them. Armed by default with this multi-laser, which doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but get 2 of them shooting and it will kill stuff eventually. They can ground pound when you buy the upgrade, which will protect your guardsmen from melee squads especially, but also useful for disrupting and stunning range blobs. 498, 491, good push from the Orks, forcing off the Lord General again. Double shooters build from Thomas. Cyris with double termagants, these guys forced off. Templar Ghost has shotguns up on his scouts, also has some loyalist tactical marines, heavy ranged infantry, very durable and versatile. Gonna go and have a word with these Tyranids. Shotguns give the scouts a soft melee counter. They can knock back and suppress units with their shotgun blast. Also do very decent damage from close range, but scouts are very fragile early on without their sergeant especially, so getting close can be problematic. Ravener tunnel here and a bunch of termagants get out of it. These guys have their toxin sacks, health buff, damage buff and crippling poison. And you see him here putting pressure on Apothecary and he's forced off. That is how you play against an Apothecary, especially early on when he's got no war gear and he's level 1, just 625 hit points. Put the pressure on, he retreats and there's no health regen, aura and no more heals going off. You can also make the Apothecary use his heal on himself and then turn your attention to tactical marines to try and bleed. Kommando Nob with his stick bombs chucks a bunch of stick bombs basically, forced off by these double sentinels. Some looters surely from Thomas, no sign of them yet. He does have a big shooter up on his shooter boys, or 2 big shooters I should say, which is what you get with the squad. Allows you to suppress with aiming, what's that, so I'm not too sure why he's got this upgrade. I would have gone for the Nob. Maybe he's spotted these catechins and wants to suppress them, I'm not sure. He has taken out and completely wiped a guardsman squad, which is now being replaced. Cyris is natural decapped by those sneaky scouts who now retreat without armor loss. Ravener Alpha just about getting away there. Nob leader now on these shooters, still no sign of looters. Spending his power instead on big shooters, Nob leader and the stick bombs. There is the unreliable grenade launcher from the Catechin Devils. Very versatile tier 1 squad for Imperial Guard. There's the shotgun blast on the sluggers. Pretty much suicide for sluggers to run in here with double sentinels, but none of them have the ground pound and they're chasing down these Catechins here. Was gonna say with double ground pound and Catechins with their powerful melee, that would have been suicide for the sluggers, but the sentinels do not have the ground pound upgrade, so they can't stomp and don't get the 100 health buff. Very strange to see 2 sentinels unupgraded. This guy taking tons of damage from the Kommando Nob, who does good damage with his twin link shooter. There's a bunch of stick bombs on his guardsmen. I wonder if they wiped the other squad. Perhaps they did, using aiming what's that to suppress them there. Lord General with the sergeant retinue member, he can give out medipacks. Look at this, Assault Marines on the field for Templar Ghost, jump troops that disrupt when they land. Very good for countering ranged squads in general, especially setup teams. Very tough, 400 hit points per man of heavy armor. But if you lose models, it's painful. Very good synergy, of course, with the Apothecary. You can support them with heals, making them even more durable. 438, 473. Purification rites especially are great with Assault Marines, since you can jump them in for the disruption, and then when they take a bit of damage, heal them for some more disruption straight after. Raven Alpha, all the way in the south, is forced off. Not sure what he's doing down here. Did you just put a tunnel nearby? Don't see one. Oh, there's one here by this power. He's got a nice little tunnel network going. Some for Thomas to use. Again, these sneaky scouts capping north. They are a very, very mobile unit on their feet. Catachans again under huge pressure. Thomas dealing with them with just tons and tons of dagger poured into them. The Lord General does have the Sergeant, so I'm assuming Catachans did get a medical bag at some point. They must have used it already. Assault Marines jumping in amongst a bunch of Orks. There is a war, and look at the Sluggers' damage on those Assault Marines. Ouch! If those shooters turned around a bit earlier and got their shots off, they could have lost the model there. War is a buff that nearly all Ork infantry have. The more Ork squads that use it at once, the bigger the buff. It's a damage and speed buff. So you have 3 squads using it here, and it's doing pretty damn well for him so far. Recently got buffed, in fact, in that it costs less war to use. Commander Nob still level 1. Throwing stick bombs on the Lord General. Ouch, that would have been nasty, and is nasty. Takes out his entire retinue. And it's this huge pressure from Red Team. Going to whack this power, and they've stolen this bunker that RabidRabbit put down. RabidRabbit under huge amounts of pressure now with his double sentinels. Curiously, without this ground pound upgrades, Sluggers are wiped though. Thomas the Tank Engine goes tier 2. Did very, very well with just the 3 squads there. Fully upgraded the double shooters, I think, yes. Bunkers now cost less to upgrade. That sentinel just about getting away. Assault Marines jump in the Venom Brood. Cyris already well into tier 2, and look how much resources he has. Over 900 requisition. He just hasn't been bled at all, has he? Raven Alpha getting his Corrosive Devourer, using his tunnels to escape. The Assault Marines tunnel is then run over by the Sentinel, taking a lot of damage from that Raven Alpha. And this Corrosive Devourer is an awesome ranged weapon, one of the best in the game for commanders. A plasma weapon that can also damage vehicles with its corrosive shots. Look at the damage each burst on those Assault Marines. Get shotgun blasted. It might go down here. Catachans should have closed for melee. They are very dangerous to commanders in melee with all those power melee attacks. 431, 357. RabidRabbit trying to recover now in tier 2. Should he get a Chimera? I think he should. Thomas the Tank Engine going for a Weird Boy. We have Venom Brood with Range Synapse up. Are we going to see the Damage Synapse Aura as well for the Raven Alpha? You see these Venom Brood here coming in to tie up these Tactical Marines with their Flamer. The Flamer getting huge buffs in 2.1 so far. Range increase, a slight courage damage as well, so it will help you suppress, and they also have 100% accuracy on the move, so they can use it as they're going into melee. Also got a price reduction as well, so huge buffs for the Tactical Marines. Slightly overbuffed, I think. Should be reverted to its old price, in my opinion. 431, 313. Raven Alpha sitting pretty on top of this cliff, trying to defend power. Librarian on the way for Templar Ghost, will allow him to further support the assault squad with Veil of Time. Look at this push from blue now, hitting right back. Thomas the Tank Engine struggling to keep up with just a Weird Boy out in tier 2. There's Warp Vomit, very, very long stun on his Catachinus, doesn't affect vehicles though. And there was Zap on these guardsmen, does 50 damage every time it jumps, I believe it is. 421, 313. Raven Alpha is there. and he could easily go tier 2. He's tier 3, sorry. He's floating tons of resources, almost 200 power, almost 1000 requisition. What is he doing? 412, 313. Assault Marines jumping in. They now have their sergeant. Scouts have gone down. Sergeant gives them a power sword, makes them much better against other melee squads because they get merciless strike. This is an area effect, disruption and damage ability. 400, 313. Apothecary with his mastercrafted bolter got a slight nerf in 2.1. The full auto ability now has reduced range. Still very, very useful and viable though. Kommando knob now level 2. Wants to chuck some stick bombs but didn't have the energy. Took tons of damage. And we have the sniper rifle for the Lord General, and he's repurchasing his sergeant. Usually see the sniper rifle used with double stormtroopers with assault kits, so we'll see. That's the smoke grenade from the Cataclysm Devils, just one of their many tricks. Gives you a cover bonus. 361, 313, double cap for red team, and stick bombers on the field for Thomas. Artillery unit that chuck Orky grenades. They're actually a fairly decent melee unit as well. Certainly more than a match for guardsmen. There go their stun bombs, and they stun the Catechans pretty good, and here come the stick bombs. Can never quite tell where they're going to land, but the Catechans do get away without a model loss. Weird Boy doing big chunks of damage to these Sentinels, who both make it to level 2 without their ground pound upgrade. Very well done by RabidRabbit. Got them away, perhaps luckily a couple of times, but he did get them away. Assault Squad level 2. More tunnels in mid now from Cyris, and he's done a very good job maintaining his tunnels, which is something I always neglect to do when I play the Raven Alpha. I'm not very good at maintaining tunnels for my allies. Formagaunt's knocked back by the Librarian's special attack, which is an awesome special attack, but he is forced off alongside the Apothecary. Cyris is tier 3. Thomas the Tank Engine could also go tier 3 here. So blue team way behind in tech, and still lots of pressure on this natural victory point. That is a creeping barrage. They're just going to retreat out of it though. Very good disruption on that thing. Warp Vomit did go off. Catechans have their demolition man, but they don't have their Sarge yet. Gives them a melter gun, I suppose, without any vehicles on the field. He wants to save them resources. Tier 3 now for Thomas, and he'll probably be able to get knobs on the field as soon as he hits tier 3. It does take a while to get there. Lord General in melee, purchasing his Commissar retinue member now, which gives him a refractor field. Assault Marines jumping on the VP. Venom Brood, ouch, running away. So the Synapse Bomb go off there, and there's the first stun bomb I've seen from the Commander of one of his starting abilities. There's stick bombs, boom. Can't quite get model off those Assault Marines, and they get a big heal from the Apothecary. His heal does get stronger as he levels up. He now has Armor of Purity and the improved medical equipment. So it's basically a healing machine. This is what I call the heal bot build. Stay back with the bolter. Very fast recharge with Armor of Purity and enough energy to fire off heals whenever it's recharged. Veil of Time on the Assault Squad can't quite finish off those Formagants. Tactical Marines running away. They have their Sergeant. No sign of the Stern Guard. Big Warp Vomit again. Stunning a large group is such an awesome ability. Weird Boy can be so annoying to deal with. Gets away with just 14 hit points there. 331, 277, 1-to-1 cap. Formagants going after Assault Squad, and these guys have adrenal glands. Getting a lot of attacks in. And they have Endless Swarm as well, so they have 10 models maximum, down to 7 at the moment though, and they retreat. Apothecary levels to 4, getting better and better. Needs to heal his Assault Squad, I think, down to almost half hit points. Lots of pressure on Cyris, but look at this, he's got a Carnifex. What is he going to do? Is he going to go for Thornback and just try and bully blue team right now? Maybe the Barb Strangler. Put a lot of pressure on RabidRabbit's infantry. Commander not being sneaky and decapping bottom. No, he doesn't. He stops That's a huge mistake. Is he trying to get into retreat path for stick bombs or something? Should have decapped. Lord General's level 4, Kommando level 3, Rapid Alpha's still level 1. Spent most of his time building tunnels, it seems. There's the improvised explosive, Rapid Alpha going to decap the VP, which the forgetful Ork forgot to do. 331, 262, I wonder if that's going to cost them. Nope, he's building another tunnel. Red team now taking mid. They have their natural nicely. Should be putting some pressure on his power, I think, now that they forced off blue team, but they're not. 331, 262. Sluggers on the field for Thomas, replacing the squad that he lost so that he can repair this brand new looted tank. Battle tank for Orks, unique among the tanks in that it can disrupt with the big boom shot. Kicking off south. Kommando went down, he has his rocket launcher. Rapid Alpha's going to try and revive him, but look at that damage. Ouch, ouch, ouch. RabidRabbit lost both of his sentinels, now has stormtroopers with assault kit. Going to try and cap south, and I think Templar Ghost is looking for tunnels. RabidRabbit's found some. Our blue team going to be able to come back. They've got a Carnifex to deal with, a double cap to overcome, and not much of an army on the field. Look at this though, Templar Ghost has enough for Terminators. RabidRabbit has enough for a Lehman Russ soon. Could save for a Baneblade. So this is going to be interesting. Cyris can drop his Tyrannid formation. Thomas can drop a Rocks as well. Templar Ghost going for a Predator instead. I think he wants the las cannon to deal with this Carnifex, which has gone for the Thornback. Takes it up to 1875 hit points of vehicle armor. Very, very nasty in melee now with the charge. 262, 262. It's a 2-to-1 cap for red though. Blue team, what are they up to? Going to defend their power from these Hormagaunts. 10 model Hormagaunt squad do get away with just one loss, I think. Yes. What are the blue team up to? They're going after red's natural now. RabidRabbit coming all the way up to the north. Tactical Marines level 3 now. I don't think we're going to see them upgraded to Stern God because he'd lose those levels. Carnifex charging in at exactly the wrong time. Here comes the Predator tank right out of the HQ, and there's a melter bomb. Assault Marines doing what they do, jumping in amongst the Tyranids. They need to tie up the Venom Brood. Venom Brood do very good DPS to vehicles, not very good DPS to infantry though, since they can't really hit them reliably. Carnifex going after the assault squad with its splash heavy melee damage. Can he get a model off them? Surely yes. Where is the Apothecary? He was nowhere near them to heal, and they lost 3 models, including the Sergeant. Twinning las cannon is getting huge shots off on the Carnifex though. RabidRabbit has retaken the south and has killed the Kommando Nob, but he is suffering now, just as Guardsmen and Stormtroopers. Obviously saving for a Baneblade, just needs 50 more requisition. Will this change the game though? 208 to 262. I don't think red team have pressured this power on off. They've forced off blue team many times. They have put a lot of pressure on this one though. Only 2 generators up here. More scouts for Templar Ghost will allow him to repair this Predator tank. The starting units are pretty much always the repair unit for a faction apart from Tyranids, who can't repair anything. 188 to 262. Lord General almost completely wiped out trying to cap, lost his entire retinue. I don't think that was worth it. Stormtroopers level 2 with assault kit. There's their fragmentation grenade which they get. Hormagaunts doing their job though, staying useful into late game, tying things up. Still haven't leveled though. Another Carnifex for Cyris. His old Carnifex is back at base healing up. Since they are a monstrous creature, they will regenerate health. The Tyranid generators actually regenerate health as well. Predator tank backing off. The Weird Boy will do decent damage to vehicles if you can hit them. 186, 262 is a 1-to-1 cap. And here comes the Baneblade for RabidRabbit. Will it be enough? What level are these shooter boys now? Level 2 and level 2. Stick bombers hanging out mid. We have a infestation tower up in mid. Infestation towers are currently bugged in the current beta 5 build, so I don't allow them in my games. It is very, very possible that these players simply do not know that though, so can't hold it against Cyris. 186262. Raffen Alpha making another tunnel. Here comes some commandos with Love the Daka. Look at that disruption and damage. They didn't throw their burner bomb though, which is usually the combo they use. Stick bombs cannot get a model off these tactical marines, and there's a heal from the Apothecary. Here come the assault squad again, level 3, and here's that Bane Blade super unit for Imperial Guard, super heavy tank, bristling with guns, double las cannons, triple twin linked heavy bolters that also suppress demolisher cannon, main battle cannon. It really, really hurts. There's the 2-1 cat, double carnifexes, getting a venom cannon on this guy, good choice. Will allow him to put pressure on a Bane Blade from afar. Templar Ghost did lose his Predator tank, but seems to be missing lots of unit losses here. Sorry about this, guys. Here's Terminators, and there's a Tyranids formation. Hits the Librarian. Doesn't do a whole lot else. Will be providing the synapse for these Tyranids, but you can just run over these spies as well. There's a Rocks on the Bane Blade. Huge amounts of damage, good grief. Look at the effectiveness of the Ork nuke compared to the Tyranid one. It's being chased down by the Thornback. RabidRabbit doesn't have any other anti-vehicle apart from the Bane Blade itself. Trying to destroy this tunnel. Again, Cyris doing an excellent job maintaining his tunnel network. Also has one all the way down here. Really, really good Raffen Alpha play from him. 171259. Terminators with their Storm Bolters and Power Fists doing serious DPS from both melee and range, taking a lot of damage though from this Venom Brood right now. Also this Carnifex Venom Cannon. Terminators are classed as a large target, so anti-vehicle weapons such as Venom Cannons and missiles and stuff, and las cannons especially, will put some serious hurt on them. 171245. Maybe you should be able to attach melter bombs to Terminators. That would be awesome. 1-1 cat. Bane Blade needs repairs and gets them. Guardsmen repair faster than the other repair units in the game. As fast as the repair commanders, I believe, of which there are none on the field. Lord General cannot repair. 169245 is a 2-1 cat for red. Double commandos from Thomas. Awesome. How often do you see this? Really good disruption and damage output. Catachans have been pretty decent for RabidRabbit when they've been on the field. This is his second squad. These guys have their Sarge with a melter gun. These capillary towers are still here from the Tyranids formation. 154245. Terminators backing off. Still with 3 models. Carnifex charging in. He's really used his Thornback well. Thornback the weakest of the Carnifexes in my opinion, just because it's a big melee walker. I suppose it's a lot more useful in 2v2 and 1v1 than it is in team battles, as most melee vehicles are. Not quite as much stuff shooting at them from afar. Stun bombs go in, sorry, stick bombs go in. Bane Blade turns to engage the Tyranids now. Raffen Alpha has regenerated an awesome armor for him, makes him really, really tough, especially out of combat. It's going to go down here though, suppressed by the Bane Blade. All those twinning heavy bolters. There's the demolisher cannon. Boom. 144245. Venom Cannon Carnifex trying to get DPS onto the Bane Blade, and it is able to do so. The Assault Squad should be tying up the Venom Cannon Carnifex, not going after the Thornback. Here's a Lehman Rush from RabidRabbit. Bane Blade's going to go down surely. Venom Cannon Carnifex cannot fire on the move, and doesn't get a shot off. Tactical Marines coming in to tie up in melee. A frantic finish. 127, 245, 2-1 for red. Thornback Carnifex goes down, trying to charge away. The Venom Cannon one is staying and fighting. Can it finish off this Lehman Russ? No. Here come Terminators with their Power Fists, heavy melee weapons, and they will take that Carnifex down. Baneblade survives. Unbelievable. 125 hit points. Needs some serious repairs. Terminator's doing their job. Templar goes, choosing to keep them with their Stormbolters, which not enough players do, I think. They seem to rush into giving the Terminators a weapon upgrade as if they need it. They don't need it. Do very, very good DPS without a weapon upgrade, and they still inspire nearby allies to do more damage with each kill as well. Capillary Tower from Infestation will go down. 109245, and there's another one. 2-to-1 Cat. Cyris, that was a very, very bad engage of him. Just double Termagants now, and another Carnifex. What's he going to do with this one? Look how much red. Almost 700 could drop another nuke. So could RabidRabbit, though, could drop Rocket Run, and Templar Ghost could drop an Orbital. So we could have an awesome finish here. 109216, blue team with the double cap. They might come back into this. Look at this. They have a Baneblade, Leman Russ, Terminator supported by Librarian and an Apothecary, and a level 4 Assault Marine squad. Tactical Marines are also level 4. Might want to get another weapon though. They're still with their Flamer. Tactical Marines have the huge advantage of being able to swap out their specialized weapon whenever they like, as long as you pay for it. And they might want a Plasma Gun, because here comes a Nob squad for Thomas, tier 3 melee squad that can go toe to toe with anything in the game. These guys with meaner and greener, and they've been hidden by the Kommando Nobs. Hide the boys. Now it's one off though. Kommando squad also there. The only way to deal with Nobs is to disrupt them, or to get lightning or Terminators onto them. 109158, Assault squad jumping in. Here come the Nob squad with Frenzy up, breaking suppression, and meaning that they do not take any damage at all. Assault cannon is now up for the Terminators. Very, very good. Single target damage. The infantry will also suppress given enough time. Tactical Marines running away. Terminators being chased down. Terminators cannot retreat, of course. And down goes one of the models. They can teleport, which they've already used, but they do back off enough. Apothecary being very brave. He's now level 7. Nob squad on him. Only 3 of them left, but look at the damage they were doing. Forced off by the scouts. Lord General's level 6, very nearly level 7 himself. Baneblade being repaired. I think he needs to get a repair bunker mid, you would think. Here's a heavy turret though, and these things hurt. They don't hit terrain like that. Here's another Venom Cannon Carnifex. Level 4 Kommando Nob has better combat kit, rocket launcher, and the stick bombs. Beta 2.1 beta renames all of the Commando's armors into more orky things, and he goes down. Raven Alpha is still down. 81-142. 1-to-1 Cat. There's a Melter Bomb on that Carnifex. Doesn't have any long range AV to finish it off though. Baneblade not wanting to push forward. Lord General time to Cat. Level 2 Catachans. There's a Creeping Barrage. I thought we were going to see a rocket run. He used his red for the heavy turret, I think. Could still see a Rhino formation and an orbital though. Might use it for Angels of Death. Apothecary needs to heal his assault squad. There it is. Carnifex is still there, putting pressure on with that Venom Cannon. Assault squad jumping the Venom Brood, and they are in trouble now. Cyris not retreating them. Now he does. Librarian amongst. It's a level 4 Librarian. How often do you see that? 1164 hit points with Fatal Time. Doesn't have his 4-star yet, unfortunately. Very cool to see that thing in action. Carnifex is going to go down, I think. Tactical Marines keeping their flamers all the way through the game, and down goes the Carnifex. Cyris managing his tunnels better than he's preserved his Carnifexes at the moment. Here come the Terminators back out of base, healed up. These guys cannot level. 75-122. Double cap for blue team. Termagants are decapping north though. RabidRabbit keeping a close eye on south with this Leman Russ, and here comes another heavy turret. Sneaky, sneaky Orks using this tunnel, I think. There's right in the crosshairs. The ability for the rocket launcher can be very, very nasty versus infantry if you catch them bunched up. Down goes that tunnel. Sneaky Kommando is trying to decap. You can infiltrate while you decap, but they now will be revealed as they cap. Are they too close for the heavy turret to shoot them? No, they aren't. And are almost wiped out. 75, 86. Wow, a bunch of termagants died mid. And up north. Can he finish the squad off? Cyris, just losing concentration, does have double Venom Brood, which is actually a good choice. They do a lot of damage to the Terminators and a lot of damage to the Baneblade. But will they be able to deal with the Assault Squad jumping in? I don't think they will. Here they come. Level 4 Assault Squad. Down to 3 models, but they still have the Sergeant with the Power Sword in there. And Venom Brood are heavy infantry, so they're taking a lot of damage from the Power Sword. Crippling Poison does save them. Kicking off south. I think Blue Team have this. 75, 80. Here's the Knob Squad. Frenzy only lasts 7 seconds in Elite though, and it costs 75 red. So they are not the freight train that they are in retail, despite many people still claiming them to be overpowered. I can assure you they are not. 75, 73 fought off easily by RabidRabbit's army with that heavy turret. Baneblade sitting pretty mid. We now have the execution upgrade for this heavy turret, as this crazy rapid firing plasma cannon now. 75, 67. Going to be a double. Scouts chuck a grenade. Well, it's going to be a 2-to-1. And this is the blue teams to lose now. It certainly is. Level 4 Kommando there's right in the crosshairs on the Stormtroopers, and they retreat just in time. I've seen that thing wipe out a Walk Spider squad because they were bunched up. 75, 38. Double cap for blue steel. Red team going for a very, very late power harass. Blue team have this in the bag, you would think. Just hold on to your natural, hold on to mid. Here comes the Kommando Knob. Lehman Russ being repaired by this repair bunker. Level 2 Lehman Russ. Kommando Knob trying to decap, infiltrated. And he stops infiltrating and moves away. The Catechins, in fact, would have spotted him anyway. They are a detector unit. Tried to finish him off with All Reliable, but there is the 2-to-1, and there is the GG. 75-1, and blue team put it out. RabidRabbit under huge amounts of pressure early on, but held on, got the Baneblade on the field, and red team just couldn't deal with it. Cyris losing 3 Carnifexes didn't help. Look at this, Thomas had double Knob Squad. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you next time.